Hey, here's a tutorial for you for Coconut Records, this old machine. This is for Baritone Ukulele. If I work it out on regular, I'll put one up for that too. It takes a little bit of practice to get used to these picking patterns and plucking and all that stuff. So the first chord you need is an A chord, and on your baritone that is the top 3 strings of the 2nd fret. Play that with your middle finger if you can. And then you need a D chord, which is your index finger on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, your middle finger on the 1st string of the 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the 2nd string of the 3rd fret. Then it's a C sharp minor, and from the D chord that's a pretty easy transition. You just slide your index finger down to the 1st fret, so it's the 3rd string 1st fret, and then your middle finger goes on the top string of the 2nd fret, and your ring finger goes on the 2nd string of the 2nd fret. Then back to a D, and then to an E chord, which again is a pretty easy transition from that D. You just slide your index finger back to the 3rd string of the 1st fret, and your middle finger goes on the top string of the 2nd fret. And then back to your A chord. So the first verse is that. It's A to D, back to A, back to D, to C sharp minor, back to D, to E, and then to A. So that's the first verse, and it's also the last verse. It's the same pattern there. In the 2nd verse, where you're kind of repeating the same words, but there's one different chord. So it starts with the A, goes to D, back to A, and then it goes to an F sharp minor. And all you really need to know for this is just to bar the bottom 3 strings of the 2nd fret. That's all you really need to play there, because we're going to do a picking pattern, and those are the only strings that you need to touch. So for the F sharp minor, it's just that barring of the first 3 strings, the bottom 3 strings of the 2nd fret. And then it goes to the C sharp minor, which you already know, to D, to E, and then to A. And that is the those are the chord progressions in the song. I just play for the first verse. I'm just plucking on the A chord, actually through the whole verse. I'm just plucking the middle 2 strings with my index and middle fingers. And it's this song's in 3/4 times, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's the intro. Then it's A, 1, 2, 3, D, A, D, C sharp minor, D, E, A. Then you're go right into the 2nd verse, and it's A, and this time I add my ring finger on the bottom string, so I pluck the bottom 3 strings. So it's A, D, A, and then to that F sharp minor. So from the A chord, you just move everything down 1 and bar the bottom 3 strings of that 2nd fret. C sharp minor, D, E, and then finish on the A and use just the middle 2 strings again. And it becomes 1, 2, 3, and you play that 4 times. So it's waited for you, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. And now you're into the last verse, and it's still A. And then there's a picking pattern that you can do if you want to. that twice. The first time you sing through it, the second time is no vocals, and it's just matching the melody of the song. So let me see if I can teach you that. Basically, you're doing all the same things you've done in the chords in the first verse. So you're just plucking those middle two strings. Okay, so it's this, so on old, you use your ring finger to pluck the bottom string. This, ma, and then a pluck on the second string. So you keep you're still in the A shape. This, ma, this, ma. So it's pluck the middle two, ring finger plays the bottom string, middle finger plays the second string, and that's all in the A chord. Now you switch to the D chord, and you're going to pluck all three. So I was lying when I said you should pluck both, but sometimes you just pluck both. She, you need that because you need that note there, so you pluck all three. Machine. And then you lift your middle finger off. Has back to the A. Been good to me. So that's the same thing, but this time you don't lift your middle finger off. You just play it once, and then go to the C sharp minor and play all three strings again. Of, and then so it's and then of, you pluck the second string with your middle finger, of, and then you lift your ring finger up and play that string again. My, and now you have to switch to the D chord, and you pluck the middle two strings. Live, I've, so live, I've, and you're just plucking the third string there, second from the top, with your index finger, I've, and then you switch to the E chord and do the same two pluck the two middle strings, and you put your ring finger on the second string of the second fret, good, and then you play the bottom string, and then you play the A chord. So the whole thing should sound like this. And then to end the song, you just play that, repeat what you just played there. Go back to the E. Waited for you. Waited for you. Waiting for you. So hopefully that was clear. Maybe I'll make some tabs for that. To make it easier, because it's not the easiest thing to put on video. If there's anything you want me to go over again, let me know. Thanks.